أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وشفيع ذنوبنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين الهداة المعصومين المكرمين لا سيما بقية الله في السماوات والأرضين روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله الحكيم العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فاسألوا أهل الذكر إن كنتم لا تعلمون. We started Kitabul Hiba. We said Hiba is something that we give to someone, but we don't want anything instead. So this is called in English gift. But what is Islamic rules about gift? We said number one, gift is aqd. Aqd needs ijab and qabul. That means if I give you something, you need to accept it. If you don't accept it, this gift will not be called hiba. And we said in gift, we don't need specific words or sigha or any statements. Just like nikah, we have a special sigha or statement. But for hiba, you don't need that. So whatever that shows that I gave this to you, this is going to be accepted. For example, sometimes I just give it to you like that without even saying anything. Sometimes I say like this is yours. So anything. Or whatever shows that you got this gift from me, this will be accepted as well. And we talk about wahib. Wahib is the one who gives the gift. And wahib needs four qualities: baligh, aqil, qasd, and ikhtiyar. And we said needs to be baligh, needs to be aqil, and needs to have the intention of giving something to someone. It's not like something that I give it to your hand, it's not going to be yours. And also ikhtiyar, that means you need to have 100% control on that gift. For example, I cannot put my hand in your pocket and give the money from you to someone else. No, it's not good. So I have to take them. First of all, the money must be my money, not just like something that does not belong to me. Maybe someone gives me something as an amanat, as a trust. So I can give that to someone else as a gift. So this is about why. Mawhub needs to have these four qualities too. Needs to be baligh, aqil, qasd, and ikhtiyar. And we said hiba needs to be only halal item. That means if something is haram, I cannot give it gift to someone and I cannot receive it as well. So this is about mawhub, mawhubullah, and wahib. And we said shar'an, we have to give aynul mal to someone, not manafi'ul mal. What was the difference between aynul mal and manafi'ul mal? Aynul mal is the item itself. For example, if I want to give something to someone as a gift, I have to give the item itself, the aynul mal, not the profit of that. For example, I cannot rent this to someone else and then I tell you, you know what, I give you rent of 3 months as a gift. No, he cannot do that. Or for example, we talk about sarqufli and all those things, that when things, the manafi'ul mal, you cannot give it as a gift to someone. So you have to give aynul mal to someone. This is also, we also talk about it. And we said about qabdul mal. That means if I give you a gift, you have to qabd. Qabd, that means you have to receive it in your hand. For example, if I want to give you a money, for example, I want to give you $100 as a gift, right? I have to give this money, the envelope in your hand. I can't put the money over there and say this is yours. So if you don't take the money and you don't put it in your pocket, it's still that's my money. For example, I want to give you $100, but I put it over there, and I tell you you can take it, but you forget to take it. What will happen? So later, I change my mind and I say, you know what? I don't want to give it to you. Can I take it back? Yes, I can take it back because you didn't do qabd, because you didn't take it. You can come tomorrow and tell me, you know what? Yesterday, in front of everybody, you gave me $100. Give me my $100. I say, yes, I gave it to you, but you didn't do qabd. So now I change my mind and I want to give it to somebody else. We said about Saghir and Majnoon. Saghir is the one that actually he's underage, and Majnoon is the one who does not have aql. That means he has mental problem. You know, there are some people, they are mental, like a mental problem. They don't know how to spend their money. They don't even like if you. That's why in America, if the people have mental problem, they didn't give them license, driving license, because they don't know how to drive. So they don't have any control on their aql. So these two people, if you want to give them a gift, they cannot take the gift Islamically. Their jad and their father should receive the gift. For example, you want to give something for my son Mahdi, he's 8 years old. You can't give it to him. You have to give it to me. Or if you give it to him, I must be informed. And you have to tell me, yes, I gave your son $100 watch. Make sure. You know, like there are some people they don't even know. Like these ahkam, and they give a lot of things to their grandson, their son, and they lose it. So Islam doesn't want any wasting. Yeah, as a toy or something is a different case. We said if someone gets mental problem after bulugh, maybe someone has a mental problem from the time when he's born, but someone gets mental problem after age of bulugh, this person, the father cannot get the money for him, cannot get any gift or hiba on his behalf. So the father and the grandfather must consult with hakim shara, and with his consultation, yes, they can. But the hakim shara himself cannot get it, and the father and the jad cannot get it. So they have to consult it together about the hiba and how to spend it. Then that will be accepted. And we talk about amwal manqul wa ghayr manqul. What was the manqul? What was the ghayr manqul? Manqul is something that's transferable. For example, I can transfer it right now. I can give it to you just like this. But something I cannot transfer it to you. For example, this house. I cannot, for example, take this out and put it somewhere else. So this is ghayr manqul. With ghayr manqul, we said Islamically, we don't have anything that's called qawlnama or things like that. These things are not Islamic. Back in the days, there wasn't like this either. So if I give you something verbally and you accept it verbally, that will be yours. For example, I have this. For example, I have a house. I have an apartment, and that apartment is mine. Is my property. It's paid off. So I can tell you, you know what, Ajay Muhammadi, I want to give my apartment to you. This is going to be yours. And you accept it. And you say, thank you so much, Ajay, I got it. That's it. So Islamically, you will be the owner of the apartment. Even I didn't write anything, I didn't do anything, but Islamically, you are the one that you have the apartment because you did qabs. Okay? But in some cases, we said the qabd, we had the two aqd. We had the aqd jaiza and aqd lazima. What was the difference between aqd lazim and aqd jaiz?
پولی که میدید وقت پول برق و گاز و اینا شد گردن کی؟
میشه جایز.
نه اون دیگه مال شما هست دیگه. مربوط شما هست.
مربوط به همین سوالی که الان فرمودید.
نه دیگه وقتی که
جایزه
ببینید وقتی که من آپارتمان رو به شما دادم تمام مشکلات و خوبی‌هاش باش پای شما نوشته میشه دیگه.
خوبی‌هاش دیگه.
بله. ولی اگر اون قید کنم بله. مثلا من بگم که خب پس این آپارتمان مال شما ولی پول برای شما من میدم بعد قضیهش فرق میکنه. ان شاء الله باز وقتی این کار شد من به اون موقع ان شاء الله خدمت شما احکام میشم.
پیش شما مردم.
اجماع سلامت. We said there are عقود الجائزة or the عقد that we can break it. For example, I give you a gift and now I give you this phone and after 1 hour I say, you know what, I want the phone back. I can take it back from you. But if you are my family member, ذي رحم, for example, you are my cousin, you are my uncle, you are my father, you are my sister, you are my brother. So if you are my ذي رحم, when I give something as a gift to my ذي رحم, I cannot take it back. For example, if actually I give something, for example, to my uncle, $100, that's going to be his money. After 1 minute, I come back and I say, Uncle, I need like $5 from it. Can I take that $5? Without his permission, I cannot, because the money is going to be his money. One is ذي رحم, that I cannot take the gift back from him. One, what was the other one? When there is a mu'awadha, for example, I give you something and you give me something else instead. For example, I give you this phone, okay, and then you give me, for example, a bottle of water, anything, and you told me like this bottle of water or this shirt or this, for example, pen is instead of this phone, and I accepted it. Okay, so I give you this phone and you give me something else instead. This time, this aqd jaiz will become lazim. That means I cannot take it back from you. So number 2 is for the time when there is a muawaza. Number 3 is about talaf or naqsul mal. Talaful mal or naqsul mal. What is that? For example, I give you this phone and you break it. When you break it, that's going to be yours. Sometimes you transfer, and inshallah I will tell you the ahkam of that. You transfer it to someone else. For example, I give you something and you sell it. Or you give it as a gift to someone else. Then I cannot take it. So this is number 3. Number 4, what was number 4? When we do something qurbatan ila Allah. For example, I come in Mahdiya and I, for example, buy a box of masks, for example, and I put it here. So later I say, you know what, I need some of them for the house. No, I cannot take it back because this is now waqf. So any order, for example, I bring tasbih for Mahdiya. I bring like, for example, we go Karbala, inshallah. I'll bring like 100 tasbih. So I bought those tasbih and I put it in Mahdiya. So I want to take some of them. I have a khatm al-Quran, for example, in my house next week. I cannot take this in my house and I use it for my own khatm al-Quran because this is for Mahdiya only. Even I didn't say nothing. I didn't say any waqf or anything like that. So because this is waqf this place. Or for example, I buy this land, I buy this house, for example, and I say from today this is called Mahdiya. You know, Mahdiya is different than masjid. So I don't know whoever bought this place at the beginning, what did they call? If they called it masjid, this is masjid. If they called it Mahdiya, then ahkam and Mahdiya is different. For example, one of our maraja in Iran, He has 14 centers. He has Muhammadiyya, Alawiyya, Fatimiyya, Hasaniyya, Husayniyya, Sajjadiyya, Baqiriyya, Sadiqiyya. So this is not masjid. This is not masjid. This alim just made a place under the name. This is called or Husayniyya, Hasaniyya, Zainabiyya. This is not masjid. So the masjid has its own ahkam. But whatever I bring here, no matter is Mahdiya or masjid, whatever I give it to here, then it's not going to be mine anymore. For example, I come to Mahdiya. I got, for example, something from there. For example, a pen. I can use the pen from Mahdiya as long as I am inside this place and I'm doing this for Mahdiya. Or sometimes the employees can do that too. For example, I'm employee of this place. So I can use something, for example, officially I can use this Dua Kumail, for example, or anything, but everything must be inside here. Or even if I take it home, I only can use it because I am the employee of this place. For example, my wife cannot use the Dua Kumail of Mahdiya at home. That's going to be haram. If I, for example, take the tasbih accidentally in my pocket, I have to bring it back here. That's not mine. So this is about. So when we do something qurbatan ila Allah, or for example, I take $100 from my pocket and I give it sadaqah. This sadaqah, that's it. I can't change my mind. After 1 hour, I say, you know what? $100 is too much. Let me put it $50. No. Or I can put condition on my sadaqah. I can say this like this, you know what? I give this sadaqah, but you please share it with your brother. You can do that. Because once he qabs it, once he takes it, that's going to be his property. So this sadaqah and khums is given. If you are the follower of Ayatollah al-Sistani, for Sahm Sadat, you don't need ijazah. So Ayatollah Sistani, Hafadahullah says, whoever Sayyid you see, you don't even ask me, you just give it to if they are mustahab. But for Sahm Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, you need ijazah. Just like you take $100 out of your pocket and give it to a Sayyid. And tomorrow you can call him, say, I think $100 was too much. Can you give me back $50, please? No, you can't do that. That's going to be ghasb. Or for example, a clothes. See how important this part of hiba is. It's like I buy a brand new shirt and I give it to a Sayyid, for example, or a non-Sayyid, a mustahab. I give it to him and he takes it. So tomorrow I say, you know what? That shirt was very good. I wish I was not giving it to him. So let me ask him back. Can you give it? He will give it to you. But if you pray with this shirt, your namaz will be batil. Because there's going to be libas kasbi. Yeah, if he agrees, no problem. So if he agrees, it's okay. So this is something that we have to think about it. So a lot of people, for example, they give something to someone, but then later they say, you know what? I give it to you for using that specific things. You can't use that. You can't say that in Islam. So this is Sahm Sadat. But Sahm Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, you need ijazah from marja or representative of marja. And when you want to use Sahm Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, it exactly, for example, you give it something to representative of marja, the zakat, the khum, sadaqah, you can't tell him like, I want this for only this specific place. No, it's not good. It's not going to be accepted actually. It's good or bad, it's not bad. It's not going to be accepted because that's qurbatan ilallah. So when you give something for qurbatan ilallah, you can't take it back. Even as amwal waqfi or anything like that. پس این آخر شما خدمت شما دوباره توضیح میدم که ما در 4 جا عقد جائز که هبه است لازم میشه. اول در زیر رحم بود، یعنی اگر ما به خانواده ما اعضای خانواده ما کسی هست که ما بهش مثلا یه هدیه میدیم، ما نمیتونیم دوباره این رو ازش بگیریم. یک. دوم، اگر یک مالی را در عوض اون مال به ما دادن، مثلا ما یک چیزی به اون هدیه دادیم، اون شخص به ما یک چیز دیگر هدیه داده، مثلا یک کامپیوتر، یک تلفن دیگری، یک چیزی، یا مال ما را داده به کس دیگری. مثلا بعضی خانم در رابطه با زوج و زوجه، یعنی زن و شوهر، شرعاً میتونه شوهر از خانمش پولی که داده ازش بگیره. مثلا برای خانمش دیروز یه مثلا 6 تا علنگو خریده داده به خانمش. مثلا فردا مثلا پولش نیاز میشه، میگه خانم علنگو رو به من بده که من بفروشم، من قرضدار هستم. درست است؟ اینو میتونه دوباره ازش. یا مثلا اما اگر خانم زرنگ باشه چی؟ خانم میاد این علنگوها رو میفروشه، به جای 6 تا علنگوی دیگه میخره. اینجا چیکار میشه؟ این آقا دیگه علنگو میگه علنگوی شما رو من فروختم، به جاش مثلا یه گردنبند گرفتم و الان شما هیچ شرعاً دیگه شما نمیتونید ازش بگیرید. یا مثلا $100 شما به خانم میدین، خانم میرن $100 گیفت کارت میخرن، تمام شد دیگه. پول عین المال دیگه نیستش اینجا، الان گیفت کارت شد. پس زوج و زوجه. اما اگر زوج و زوجه مثل بنده که مثلا دختر خاله پسر خاله هستیم، من یک چی دیگه اگر چیزی دادم بهشون دیگه پس نمیتونم دوباره بگیرم، چون زیرحم هست. وقتی زیرحم بود دیگه بالاخره این یکی از مشکلات ازدواج فامیلی همین است که اگر ازدواج کردیم دیگه باز اگر هدیه به خانم دادیم دیگه دوباره پس گرفته نمیده. سوم نقص المال بود که مالی که ما بهش دادیم از بین رفته. مثلا یک کامپیوتر بهشون دادیم، کامپیوتر شکسته. چهارم هم چیزی که در راه خدا قربتاً الله شما برای کسی دادید دیگه حق پس گرفتن ندارید. اگر برای مسجد بود میشه وقف مسجد، اگر برای مستحق بود میشه مال اون مستحق. و احکام مسجد انشالله بعد از این احکام مسجد رو، چون من خیلی میبینم احکام مسجد اصلا بلد نیستن. ما در اموال مسجد هیچ حقی نداریم، حتی یک دستمال کاغذی رو مثلا نمیتونیم ما برای خودمون تو جیبمون بذاریم و برای منزل استفاده کنیم. مادامی که اینجا هستیم ما میتونیم استفاده کنیم. این شرعاً خیلی چیزا هست. مثلا بعضا من میبینم در بعضی مساجد مثلا میرن پشقاب و کاسه و این چیزها رو مثلا میبرن منزل خودشون استفاده میکنن، دوباره برمیگردن. این شرعاً درست نیست. این مسائل خیلی مهم است. پس انشالله این احکام رو ما هفته آینده بیشتر ادامه بدیم. یه خواهشی که دارم از عزیزان همون رأس ساعت 6 تشریف بیارید، چون ما از اینجا باید بریم یه جای دیگه 1 ساعت و 1 ساعت و 20 دقیقه راه بزنیم، اونجا مجلس داریم. 6 که بیان عزیزان تا 6 و 6 و 20 انشالله من نماز، بعدش هم انشالله سخنرانی و بعدش هم دعای کامل. پروردگارا تعجیل در فرج ولیتان امام زمان عنایت بفرما. ما را از جمله اعوان انصار آن حضرت در دنیا و آخرت محسوب و محشور بفرما. عاقبت عمرمان را ختم به خیر بفرما. مریضهای اسلام، مریضهای مد نظر، آنهایی که التماس دعا گفتن شفای عاجل و کامل عنایت بفرما. اموات جمع حاضر، اموات بانیان مجلس، روح مرحومه مغفور مادرش خانم دکتر علوی را در این شب جمعه غریق رحمت خیش بفرما. هر کسی در این مجلس ما حاجتی دارد حاجتش را برآورده به خیر بفرما. رحم الله لمن قرأ الفاتحه مع الاخلاص والصلوات. اللهم